1.
Welcome to the Marne Report.
Well, hey, Fort Stewart. It's this week's edition of the Marne Report, and I'm Kevin Larson from the Public Affairs Office, and I am with Sergeant First Class Hull of the Division Public Affairs Office, and Major Boyle. Major Boyle, where are you from?
Major Matt Boyle. I'm your Marne Week OIC, but I also dual hat as the Deputy A&B Chief here at Division.
Fantastic. Gentlemen, thank you for joining me. We're here to talk about, obviously, I already said it, Marne Week. There's a lot going on. Yeah, I understand it is a historic year, more or less. Sergeant Hull, what can you tell us about why this week matters?
Well, thanks for having me. This is our 104th anniversary. The division was activated at Camp Green, North Carolina on November 21st, 1917. So in the lead up to our birthday, we'll celebrate Marne Week. It's an opportunity for our dog-faced soldiers, both past and present, serving, and their families to come together, enjoy time, and celebrate being members of the Rock of the Marne.
Fantastic. So it's a week-long's worth of events. Major Boyle, what do we got on tap? What starts us off for Marne Week?
So we have, as you said, a full week of events kicking off on Saturday the 13th on Hunter Army Airfield with the Chris Janson concert. There's going to be a concert there, free for military. Non-military members are welcome to come as well. $20 ticket price. It's really going to be a great concert.
Fantastic. And where can people go to find out more details about that concert?
Multiple venues. So one, you can go on Facebook, and you can also go online. You can search for the Eventbrite as well. And MWR also has a website. You can buy those tickets there.
Perfect. Fantastic. So then we've got the concert kicking us off over the weekend. What's the first event that soldiers get to participate in that's more or less quasi-official?
So we'll call that the division run. Okay. So very, very early in the morning, on Monday morning, the entire division will run up and down Gulick here on Fort Stewart. And it's a morale-building run. We'll hear some remarks from the commander. We'll celebrate our lineage for this noteworthy anniversary.
Any particular roads being closed, anything that people coming to work need to worry about with the division run?
Hero to all the way down Gulick to 18th, and then, of course, back through the duration of the run. So expect that entire stretch of road starting at the division all the way to 18th, being closed from 06 to about 08.
Excellent. And then what are some of the other events coming up in the week for Marne Week?
So just to add in one thing with the division run, unique to this year, we're actually going to do concurrently running with the division run, a 10-mile run. So battalions will come out, the CG is going to release those 10-mile runners. They'll run alongside the division down Gulick and back. Those are 2 loops. Once the division's back there, CG he'll do the 1, 2, 3 finishers. Those will go directly into the Marne Week points. Starting on Monday, everything's going to tip. All the games are going to start at 10 o'clock. So on Monday, you're going to have bowling starting at 10. You're going to have combatives, the dodgeball tournament, the fitness challenge, football, frisbee, soccer, and also the tug of war starting at 1400 in the afternoon. The big highlight for Monday, which I recommend if you're out there and you're interested and you want to go, you go out and check it out because it's going to be a one-time event. It's going to be the boxing match over on the patch. We're going to have food there. You're going to have live music from a DJ. You're going to have 12 bouts, and also you'll have alcohol for purchase as well. Since it's outdoor, you can also smoke in smoking areas designated.
What time is that event?
1700, that's 5 p.m.
Yeah, and can I just say that all of these competition events, they're individual unit competition events, really a showcase of the grit and toughness of the dog-faced soldier, and they also foster the readiness and the esprit de corps. They're a fundamental part of our celebration, but nowhere is that going to be on display more than for Fight Night.
Fight Night sounds like it's going to be an interesting event. There have been past boxing smokers here on Fort Stewart. It's going to be fun to see this resurrected for this Marne Week and see who comes out on top in the ring. So what other events do we have that are going to be happening throughout the week? Other things, are the tournaments going to continue through the week, or are they like one and dones, or how's this thing going to look?
The list that the gentleman gave you for day one, many of those events will continue throughout the week, culminating in the challenges on either Wednesday or Thursday. Now, all of those events, whether individual or unit competitions or team competitions, will accrue points for their unit toward the Marne Cup, the legendary Marne Cup. So for years at its base, the unit to accrue the most points to emerge as the champion unit of Marne Week have had their names inscribed at the base in honor. And so we're really looking forward to see if the Spartan Brigade will retain the cup a while longer, or if some other organization will take it home with them at the end of next week.
So we've talked a lot about what soldiers are doing to compete. Is there anything for the spouses to get their game on during Marne Week?
Oh, absolutely. Because we feel and experience the commitment that Army families make, and they contribute critically to our readiness. So several events are lined up for families to enjoy. There's spouses kickball game. We encourage all to witness the Twilight Tattoo, and then of course the Soldiers Ball on Friday, and then throughout the week there will be a family day, but there will also be static displays of our equipment, all of that Army stuff on 6th Avenue throughout the week.
I do want to add one that's unique this year to any other year. It's going to be a lot of fun. So right after Family Day starts at 3:30 p.m. Right at 4 p.m., you'll see the Black Dagger display. You'll see parachutists jump onto Cottrell Field. And then on Family Day, you'll have the food vendors. You'll have games for kids. You'll have games for families. You have a weapon area where the kids can play with the weapons. They can jump on top of the vehicles, take pictures of them. After that, at 5 p.m. starts the USO Game Night. USO Game Night is going to be inside of the USO building, Building 703, right on Gulick. Families are welcome, as well as kids. And families, this time, will also be able to compete in the tournament for points. So Spouses Bunko, currently being hosted by Mrs. Dana Key right now, will start at 5 p.m. I think there's 31 teams they have currently right now, but you're welcome to show up and join in that tournament as well. There will be spades, dominoes, free food, snacks, alcoholic beverages per purchase if you're over 21, and also movies for kids inside as well. So really another unique thing and unique aspect to Marne Week this year than last year.
That sounds like a lot of fun. Sergeant Hall, you had another point.
I wanted to make sure that we covered the fact that the families are our backbone of our Army. We wouldn't be able to do what our nation asks of us if it weren't for our families. So events like what we list off here in Marne Week provide opportunities for spouses and families to also compete, to get to know each other, to bring the division closer together. And so we would encourage everybody to come out and participate as much as you can.
So to go back to that historical flavor, you guys mentioned the Twilight Tattoo. What can you tell me about the Twilight Tattoo?
Twilight Tattoo's been held annually during Marne Week. It marks the constitution, the organization of 3rd Infantry Division through performances, music, courtesy of the 3rd Infantry Division Band. And it's really a way to share the division's storied history.
Then to close out the week's events, there's obviously going to be the awarding of the Marne Cup. And then there's also the Pinnacle event on Jekyll Island, I understand. Tell me about that.
Division ball every year. It's an excellent chance to one, hang out with your peers at work, but it's also to take part in the pageantry of this storied and historic division as well. Starting at 5 p.m., I believe it's actually 5:30 p.m., you'll be able to go inside the Jekyll Island Convention Center, and there will be a grog ceremony. There will be also the history of the division as well, other things where you can take pictures and, again, take part of this storied division's history.
And I think that everybody should note that sponsored by the Society of the 3rd Infantry Division. So you would go to their website, the Society's website, to purchase tickets, but they're going to want to hurry, and they're going to want to get the tickets now if they can.
I have already purchased my 2 tickets. I myself will be attending. I'll be in my tux, and my lady friend and I will be present to partake of the night's festivities. It'll be her first exposure to military culture, to see what we're all about. Are we going to be doing the toasts?
They're doing the toasts. This is royal, yeah.
A little bit more to add. What else do you got for me?
The memorialization ceremony on Thursday. Sorry, it was in my tip of my tongue, and I'm
No worries.
it's going to be Corporal Miyamura, legendary dude. You can catch his episode on Netflix. Then there's also Captain Britt and then Captain Wooldridge, who we got our division's namesake, Rock of the Marne, from. I don't know if we wanted to plug that in there.
Oh, absolutely. I understand this is for the gates, right? We're renaming
Correct.
gates on Fort Stewart.
I would just add that this gives us an opportunity not just to share their exploits and their deeds and recognize their contribution to our nation and to our history, but again, it's going to give us an opportunity to bond over that shared heritage of dog-faced soldiers. I mean, the 3rd Infantry Division is the most decorated in the Army. We have over 60 Medal of Honor recipients. So every year during Marne Week, there is some dedication to our legacy, to our heroes, and that's one of the best parts of this week.
So it definitely sounds like it's going to be a week's worth of excellent events to celebrate our storied division here on Fort Stewart, the 3rd Infantry Division. 104 years. Gentlemen, do you have any final comments you want to add to close this out?
Well, I'm just going to say that, this whole week is about celebrating the birthday of the Rock of the Marne. I think it's important. People will give me a hard time if I don't describe the way that we earned our nickname, the Rock of the Marne, as in World War I, as a major German offensive was postured to seize Paris. Other units retreated in the face of this very, very fierce onslaught. The 3rd Infantry Division held the banks of the Marne River and thus became known the Rock of the Marne. This is our week. This is our week to showcase our division, our dog-faced soldiers, to celebrate the Rock of the Marne birthday, honor our past dog-faced soldiers, and spend time with our family members and communities.
I think I'll just end over here with Rock of the Marne.
Top of the rock.
Indeed, Rock of the Marne. And that's it for this week's edition of the Marne Report. Thank you so much for joining me, gentlemen, and we'll talk to you again real soon, folks. This is Kevin, signing off.
Speeding on post is now more costly to soldiers. Now, military police are authorized to issue DD Form 1408 to soldiers caught going 10 miles over the speed limit, which means the soldier's brigade commander can issue administrative reprimands, non-judicial punishment, suspension of post driving privileges, and/or other appropriate remedial measures. Additionally, Master Sergeants and above speeding will have their misconduct addressed by the Commanding General in accordance with Policy Letter Number 3. Help make Fort Stewart and Hunter Army Airfield a safer place to drive. Set the cruise when you can. Be mindful of your surroundings and the marked speed limit. We all have a part in creating a safer driving environment on Fort Stewart and Hunter Army Airfield.